Good afternoon, students. It's me, Suman Shivam. Now, today I am going to teach about the acceleration due to gravity of subject science. It's day 3. Now, please look at here carefully. Now, acceleration due to gravity. What is acceleration due to gravity? Now, listen to me carefully. Acceleration produced on a freely falling body due to the action of gravity is called acceleration due to gravity. Look at here. Acceleration produced on a freely falling body. Look at here. Now, I throw this duster just above me and it returns on my own hand. It is possible because of the gravity. It is, now look at it is falling. Because of what? Because of the gravity of the earth. That is called acceleration produced. That is called acceleration due to gravity. Now, look at here carefully. Now, copy this, okay? Acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration produced on a freely falling body due to action of gravity is called acceleration due to gravity. You can write like this also. Acceleration produced on a free falling body, or you can change by this. Velocity change on a freely falling body due to action of gravity is called acceleration due to gravity. You can write like this also. Now look at here. It is denoted by acceleration due to gravity is denoted by small g. Look at here. It is denoted by small z. Small z is the symbol of acceleration due to gravity, and its SI unit is meter per second square. Acceleration due to gravity is measured in meter per second square. It is its SI unit. Now, students, you know that our Earth is not a completely sphere. Our Earth is not a completely sphere, due to which the radius of our Earth differ from place to place. Now, look at here on the board. The radius of Earth is differ from place to place, so value of g also differ from place to place. Because due to what? Because of change in the radius of the Earth. Look at it. This is our Earth. For example, this is our Earth. Look at here, EARTH. This is our Earth. This is pole, and this one is equator. This is our center of the Earth. Now look at here. Polar radius. This is the polar radius, and this one is equatorial radius. Now, you can easily see that polar radius is less and equatorial radius is more. More will be the equatorial radius, less will be the value of z. Due to which value of z is different from place to place. Value of z is different in pole and in equator. Now look at here. I am going to write the value of g in equator. Value of g in equator is what? 9.78 meter per second square. The value of g in pole, 9.83 meter per second square. But value of acceleration due to gravity on the center of the earth here is 0. Value of acceleration due to gravity on the center of the earth is 0. Now, the value of g in the center is 0. So the average value of acceleration due to gravity of Earth is 9.8. We use it during the calculation, and mostly we use value of acceleration due to gravity 9.8 from our small classes. Now look at here, the average value of G is 9.8 meter per second square. The average value of acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meter per second square. We generally use this value during the calculation or during the numerical problems. Now students, I think you can see properly here on the board. Now please, if you have any queries, then you can ask me or you can copy it down. Now I am going to derive one relation. Look at here. Just look at me carefully. G is inversely proportional to 1 by r square. You must know that. This relation. Just look at this relation carefully. Now, look at here. If the radius increases, if the value of radius increases, you can easily see from here also. If the value of if the value of radius increases, then the value of G decreases. When the radius increases, then the acceleration due to gravity decreases. Or if the radius goes on decreasing, then the value of acceleration due to gravity goes on increasing. They are inversely related. They are related inversely. So acceleration due to gravity is inversely proportional to the square of radius. Now look at here. Now I am going to derive this formula. You must know it, okay? It is very much essential during the reasonable question. It is asked during the reasonable question. Look at here, G. Again, I am going to repeat it again for you. Now look at here. If the radius goes on increasing, then the value of G goes on decreasing. Similarly, if the radius goes on decreasing, then the value of G goes on increasing. That is, they are inversely related to each other. Now, similarly, you can go like this also. If the value of G goes on increasing, then value of R goes on decreasing, and vice versa. Vice versa means simply just opposite. Now look at here. I am going to derive this relation. Students, shall I rub the board? I hope you have completed by copying it. Now I am going to derive the relation. G is inversely proportional to 1 by r square. Now I am going to derive the G is inversely proportional to the r square. Now please look at the board carefully. It is frequently asked question in the C examination. It may be asked in 2 marks or 4 marks. This is very much important in C examination. Okay. Now look at here carefully. Derive the relation that G is inversely proportional to square of radius. Right here important because it is frequently asked question. Now all of you look at here on the board. Now I am going to derive this relation between G is inversely proportional to the square of radius. Now consider. Now look at here, okay? This is heavenly body and this is center. Mass of small object M, mass of heavenly body capital M, this is radius R. Let's say this is Earth. It makes you clear to understand. This is Earth. Now look at here. us consider now. Consider it. Okay, this is Earth having mass m, and small m is the mass of small object lying on the surface of the heavenly body Earth, and where r is the radius of the heavenly body. Let us consider m and r be the mass and radius of heavenly body Earth respectively. Where look at here, where small m is the mass of small object, lying on the surface of the heavenly body. What is heavenly body? That is Earth. Yes, you can assume it either Jupiter, either Moon, either Mars, whatever you like, you can assume it. I assume here Earth is a heavenly body, or it is heavenly body. Now please look at here. I am going to draw this formula now. Look at here carefully, okay? Now I have considered that capital R and capital M are the radius and masses of heavenly body, that is Earth respectively, where small m be the masses of small object standing or lying on the surface of the heavenly body, that is Earth. Now please look at here on the board. Now here is the force of attraction between the heavenly body and the mass, because the gravitational pull attracts the small object towards its center. Always the Earth attracts that small object towards its center. So here is the force of attraction. Now right here. Now force of attraction between two bodies is given by F equals to G, that is universal constant G, and this is capital M, that is, this is the mass of heavenly body, and another mass is the mass of small object standing or lying on the surface of the Earth, and that is the R. This is equation I. Now look at here. I have already taught you that force of attraction between two bodies is given by the general formula F equals to G M1 M2 by F equals to G M by R square, where G is the Newton's universal constant, M is the mass of heavenly body, and small m is the mass of a small object lying on the surface of the Earth or heavenly body, where R is the radius. Similarly from now and from Newton's second law of motion. From Newton's second law of motion, that F equals to mg, that is force is the product of mass and the acceleration due to gravity. So from Newton's second law of motion, what does it give? F equals to mg. This is equation I. Now solve this equation. Now to get the G is in volume proportional to 1 by R square. Now solve these two given equations. First equation is F equals to G M by R square, and second equation from the Newton's second law of motion, that is F equals to mg. Now look at here. Solving equation I and II, we get Now let's solve it. I hope you can solve it. Now look at here. That is mg equals to, look at it, another f, g equals to gm m by r square. You can cut it out, okay? Now or write the remaining value g equals to g m by r square. Now we need g equals to 1 by r square. G is inversely proportional to 1 by r square. Now here we have got g equals to gm by r square. Now look at here. or g is, or you can write like this. Here g is universal constant, and I have already told you that mass of heavenly bodies always remains constant. Mass of, you must know, mass of heavenly bodies always remain constant. My mass, I am not a heavenly body, but mass is always remain constant. You must know it. Look at here. Mass is always constant means G is universal constant. This one is universally constant, and this mass of the, this is mass of heavenly body. So, and mass is also constant. Look at here. G is universal constant and mass is also constant because it is the mass of heavenly bodies. If the both masses are remains constant, if the both values are remains constant, then you got the equation, that is G is inversely proportional to 1 by r square. This is the remaining. Now, this is the required equation. Look at here. Look at your code. Right here. This is the required equation. Now look at here all of you. Now capital M is the mass of heavenly body, R is the radius of heavenly body, and small m is the mass of small object lying on the surface of the heavenly body. Now look at here. There is the force of attraction between the heavenly body Earth and the mass lying on the surface of this heavenly body. Look at here. This force of attraction is given by the formula F equals to G m by r square, and from the Newton's second law of motion said that force means the product of mass and acceleration due to gravity. That is, look at here. Another equation F equals to mg. Now combine the given equation or solve the given these two equations. After solving these two equations, we have got the G equals to gm by r square. Now I have already told you that G is, capital G is the universal constant, which is universally constant everywhere, and m is the mass of heavenly body, it also constant. After keeping the both value constant, we have comes to the conclusion that G is inversely proportional to the 1 by r square. Now this is the required equation. Look at here on the top. I hope you can understand better. Now please practice at home, read this at home, copy this carefully and follow your book. I'll meet you tomorrow on the same time, and tomorrow we are going to discuss about some reasonable facts based on the acceleration due to gravity. Thank you, class.
Glow Shine Academy Secondary School, Khairani 8, Parsa, Chitwan.